In this episode of Book of the Beast, we're going to be talking about Death from the Skies from our perspective. Now, we're not going to be talking too much about the rules of Death from the Skies, because I'm sure there's a lot of discussion online about the rules themselves. So if you want to dig into the rules and you want to use Death from the Skies, which most people probably do not, because the one good thing that it comes with, which is the break turns, it's more than offset by the bombers and attack flyers losing Skyfire. So it's a really mixed bag, and you're probably not going to see Death from the Skies in ITC for a while. So let's talk about a couple things I do want to go over here. First, with the rules, the main thing is that flyer wings. Now, if you do use Death from the Skies, you can use your flyer wings. Flyer wings can go into attack patterns, which gives you a lot of really good additional rules. But here's what I talk about. All of the models in a flyer wing must be chosen from the same data sheet or be part of the same formation. That is a very important "or" for the orcs. And the reason why is that because we've got some really good formations already for flyers in the Ghazghkull book. So, and of course, the flyer wing is between 2 and 4 planes, so you can't use the Air Armada with a flyer wing, unfortunately, because it's 5 planes. But any other, maybe once you lose one of them gets destroyed, then the other 4 can go into a flyer wing. I don't know, go into an attack pattern. And for each flyer wing, you have to have 1 wing leader, and we'll get additional bonuses for that wing, for being the wing leader. So let's talk about what are the flyer formations from Ghazghkull. If you read my Ghazghkull book, I'm sure you would know. So here's what we can do. So there are 3 of them, other than the Air Armada, and it's basically 3 of each flyer type. So 3 Blitzer bombers, 3 Burna bombers, or 3 Dakka jets. So when the Blitz Bomber Squadron gets to reroll armor pin rolls with its boom bombs, the Burna Bomber Squadron gains +1 strength to any of its Burna bombs. So it becomes strength 6. And the Dakka jet gets tank hunters against flyers. So those are really good abilities. So you can definitely keep all of those in a flyer wing, again, if you're using this from the Skies rules. So let's talk about the 3 plane attack patterns that you can use for any of those so it looks like there are 3 of them that use 3 planes. So the Intolerance attack pattern, attack flyers, which are the... we don't have an attack flyer. I can use that. Bombers. Bombers have ignore cover special rule. So if you can take 3, the Burna bombers already have ignore cover, but Blitzer bombers that suddenly become strength 7 AP2 armor bane tank hunter, essentially. I mean, that's basically the rule says. It's the same as tank hunter, so you can essentially call it tank hunter, and ignore cover if they're running in this attack pattern. And then fighters in this would ignore cover. So now you've got 3 Dakka jets with tank hunter and ignores cover against other flyers. Not either one of those options is really good for that formation. So, and then the vehemence. Sorry. Attack pattern. So attack flyers don't have bombers can reroll failed glancing and penetrating hits with bombs. So that one's not going to be very useful for either of the bombers, because Blitzer bomber can already do that in their formation, and fighters tank hunters have tank hunter special. So you're probably not going to use this one. This one doesn't provide any benefit for you at all. So let's see what this one unmerciful attack pattern does. 3 in a row. Let's see. Attack flyers, ignore that. Bombers, double pursuit value when moving flat out, can make bombing run when moving flat out if they did not do so in the moving phase, but must bomb the same target. Oh, all 3 of them must bomb the same target. Second bomb scatters 1 inch less, third bomb scatters 2 inch less to a minimum of 0. Not bad. So basically the Blitzer bombers, the bombers can move on, they can move, they can flat out, So and they double their pursuit value. I think the pursuit values of these things are all 4. Let's see if I can find the orc flyers here. Pursuit 3 for the bullets of bombers, burn 3. So basically what the pursuit value does is it adds to the minimum distance you move when going flat out. So you can move on your 18 flat out up to, what would it be, 30 inches? Minimum of 18 up to 30 inches, and drop your bombs during that flat out move. And you get less scatter. And fighters, same thing, double pursuit value. Can use 4 weapons moving flat out, doesn't apply because we only have 1 weapon basically, or 3 weapons. But must attack the same target, not a problem. Second flyer attack has +1 ballistic skill, third flyer has +2 ballistic skill. Great, again, another use for the Dakajet. So both this one and the Intolerance provide great attack patterns for the formations in the Gazi book. Because again, Gazi book does allow, I mean not the Gazi book, but the Death from the Skies allow you to run formations as flyer wings, which is really, really awesome. So I can definitely see using that Intolerance attack pattern with Dakajets against other flyers, and really using the Intolerance attack pattern with the Blitz bombers. String 7 AP2, large blast, ignore cover. Yes, please. I will take that all day long. So let's just go. The one other thing we want to go on here is the Orc fly boss rules. If I can find them, I guess I should have. Wing leaders. Orc wing leaders. Orc wing leaders. Okay, fly boss, wing leaders. So roll on the mech boss for wins in a blast jet, or otherwise roll fly boss wing leader rule table. Fly boss 1, a blade of armor. Add 2 to the armor value of the fly boss's flyer until it suffers a glancing or penetrating hit. Not bad. Not bad, especially if you got a KFF around. Extra shooty. You get to roll on the mech boss 1. And 5 to 6. Roll a dice each time the fly boss flyer loses the whole point. On 5 or 6, the whole point is not lost. You still take the damage if it's a pin, basically is what that means. So if it's a weapon destroyed, you'll still be destroyed. If you're immobilized, it'll still be an immobilized result, but there's a good chance the whole point doesn't go away. And the mech boss is a super rangefinder. At 6 inches of range of all the weapons. It's not bad if you're running the teleport mega blaster. It bumps up to 24. Mole killer, add 1 to the strength of all the weapons on the boss's flyer. So now you're strength 9 on your custom mega cannons. And more Daka, increase the number of shots made by the weapons on the boss's flyer by 1. Wow. Cannot be used to one-use only weapons. So the more Daka, again, another great ability. So now your custom mega cannons become AV2, your teleporter becomes Assault 2, and the teleport mega blaster becomes Assault 3 when you walk as the wall plane. So, well, I guess the teleport mega blaster doesn't get hot, so that's another advantage of that over the custom mega cannon. So something to think about. Again, so 5-point upgrade for that. There's another point I forgot. So maybe the teleport mega blaster is a little more worth it than just to get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get hot. So again, these are all really awesome. There's nothing here that wouldn't be useful. So if you take one of the formations if you're going to play Death from the Skies, and you can play, I would take the planes in the formations from the WA book, Council of WA book, or WA Gazgul book, instead of just using a data slate from Death from the Skies. That way you can get the benefits of these formations and get the benefit of the attack pattern. Remember, you will need to designate one model with the wing leader special role. I just want to play those Strength 7 AP2 ignore cover large blast bombs. So anyway, that's all I got to say about this, about the Death from the Skies. Again, I'm not going to go over the rules too much more because I just don't want to talk about the rules because there's not a whole lot to talk about. I'm sure there's plenty of discussion about that already out there. Or if you got the book, just read them. But if you are going to play Death from the Skies, again, I would recommend, instead of using just a data slate, forming a fighter wing that way, or a flyer wing, I would use the formations in Wa Gazgul to create a flyer wing out of that, and there where you get double benefits. So free double benefits, nothing to complain about that. So that's all I got to say about Death from the Skies from an orc perspective. Any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching.